This is the Misfit Vegan Podcast, episode 389. I hate to say this, but this is my opinion, and it's my podcast, so I think this is the right platform to do it. I believe that most people are miserable, and of course we all know that misery loves company. So most people want you miserable too. And same thing for health. Most people are unhealthy. And so, most people want you to be unhealthy too. The thing is that we like people that are like us. And if we're not ready to change, if we're not willing to change, if we don't have it in us right now to change, then we don't want to hang out with people that make us feel bad. If we're not grateful, we don't want to hang out with people that are grateful. They're annoying. Okay? If we're not healthy, we don't want to hang out with people that are healthy. They're annoying. So please understand that it has nothing to do with you. You might think, oh, your friend or your family member is self-sabotaging. Like, not self. They're sabotaging your success. No, boo. It has nothing to do with you. Why are you thinking you're the center of the universe? They are the center of the universe to them. And you are the center of the universe to you. I understand. But the truth is that nothing is personal. And if somebody makes you food that's not on your plan, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. They want you to be just as miserable and fat, sick, and nearly dead as them. Break free from the chains of limitations. Break free from the need to fit in, boo. Because guess what? You're not going to fit in. Never. You're never going to fit in if you want to be healthy. Yeah, you might fit in at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, but honestly, you might not. I don't fit in there. I don't fit in there. I don't fit in anywhere. That's why my name is Misfit Vegan. By the way, if you'd like to join me, I do Misfit Mondays every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. And so send me an email with the words Misfit Mondays. My email is jd@misfitvegan.com. And I'll send you the invite, see if it's something you might benefit from. It's a place where you can come and meet people from all over the world that are raw vegan, high raw vegan, or interested in being raw vegan, okay? So you have to understand, it is a place for people that are beginners, that are doing this long term, that are just starting or coming back to their journey. It's for all types of people. And on Misfit Mondays, I just want to say real quick, I am going to give you my truth and my opinion, just like if you want to share, you're going to give me your truth and your opinion. I'm not a robot. And if my opinion is different than yours, it doesn't mean that I'm a piece of shit. Okay? I'm saying this because I recently had someone drop out of Misfit Mondays because she didn't like my opinion on 80-10-10. She didn't like my truth and my experience on eating 80-10-10, which I don't think is realistic for a brand new beginner. For somebody who's never eaten raw before, I don't believe somebody can just go straight from eating processed foods to eating 80-10-10. And I don't even believe the founder, the creator of 80-10-10, Doug Graham, the author of the book, I don't believe he eats that way. And I'm just being honest. I just don't. I don't think anybody can stick to these strict guidelines. Now, in reality, I eat pretty much 80-10-10, but not really. Because when I want an avocado, I'm going to eat an avocado. Because I used to eat fried chicken and waffles. I used to eat bacon and eggs. I used to eat Breyer's ice cream for dinner. So if I want a goddamn avocado, I'm going to eat it, boo. And if I want a creamy cashew dressing, I'm going to do it, boo. Yeah, I might wake up the next day not, like, feeling optimal. I might have a little mucus, and I might be a little puffy. But sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes you need that. Okay? Because I'm never going back to cooked foods. I'm never going back to meat and dairy and processed foods and Breyer's ice cream and shit. So fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, these are the foods I eat. And if I want to eat a shitload of nuts, then I will do that. And no, that's not 80-10-10. But sometimes you have to listen to your body. As long as it's a fruit, a vegetable, nut, or seed, you got to be able to say, all right, this is on my program. These are approved foods. And you gotta say, you know what? I am not going to try to be perfect, because you know where perfection gets you? Right back to the beginning. right back to square one, step one, day one. Okay? The worst thing in the world that you could do is restrict your fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds in the beginning of your journey. I took years before I really tried to be very low fat. Okay? Because it just doesn't work like that. The body needs transition time. You need to be able to cut yourself some goddamn slack. And if you're trying to go straight from processed foods or cooked foods to all fruit, you're making a giant mistake, and that is my truth and my opinion. And if you don't like it, and you don't think anybody else should have a different opinion than you do, then yeah, Misfit Mondays is probably not for you. But if you're looking for guidance and support and accountability, and you're looking for a community of people that are interested in health and might have different opinions than you and might teach you something, or they might learn something from you, well then this is a great community for you, boo. So that being said, what was the topic I was talking about? Sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant because I needed to get that out. What was I talking about? Yeah, I guess it's gone. I don't even know what to title this episode now. But I'm on my morning walk. Sorry about the noise. Always some construction going on here. Yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. If you can, please do me a favor. Do something nice for yourself today. Do something to prove that you can do this. Maybe it's 5 minutes. Maybe you're not used to working out at all, so you work out for 5 minutes today. Okay? Maybe you want to read a book, you just read one page. One page of a book. Okay? You don't eat raw, just eat raw for breakfast. Do something small to prove to yourself that you can do this. You can do this. That's what it's all about. It's all about proving to yourself. So like a few weeks ago, I wanted to start writing my book again. I wanted to get back to start working on my book. And I knew that if I said I was going to work on my book an hour a day, it wasn't going to work. So I said, okay, I'm going to work on my book 2 minutes a day. And guess what? It worked. I worked on my book 2 minutes a day, and it got me back to working on my book. You see what I'm saying here, boo? You got to prove it. Small wins leads to the life that you want. Okay? Check out my YouTube channel for a much more in-depth discussion on that. And if I'm going to see you tonight, I'll see you at Misfit Mondays, 7 p.m. tonight, live on Zoom. It's a private community. Send me an email if you'd like to be in that. And I'll see you in the next episode. Damn, I'm sorry I lost my train of thought going on a rant about 80-10-10. I won't do that again. Okay, bye guys. Hey, I came back because I listened to the beginning of the podcast to see what the hell I was talking about in the beginning. And yeah, that's a really important point, okay? So if you get anything from this podcast, I need you to understand that when people offer you food that you told them you don't eat anymore, when people seemingly try to sabotage your success, try to get you from to not work out or to eat late at night or to eat, something that's not vegan or not raw, well, I need you to know they just want you to be just like them. And you don't have to. You don't have to. And guess what? They'll love you anyway. They're going to love you anyway. Nothing's going to change. Listen to my latest interview with Peggy. Okay, I did a video with Peggy the other day. She's a former course member of mine, and she is so amazing and positive, and she didn't believe that her relationship would change and with her friends and family just because she went raw. And guess what? The relationship didn't change. It's all in your head. You're playing a game with yourself. You're writing your life story with your words and your thoughts and your actions. You gotta change those thoughts, boo. If you think that you have to eat shit to have a relationship with somebody, then you have to eat shit. But guess what? I'm a raw vegan for 12 years, and I am not close friends with not a one raw vegan. I actually dated someone for almost 7 years who was not raw. So I'm telling you right now, you don't need to be living with somebody or friends with somebody who is eating exactly the same as you, okay? What you eat does not define you. Okay, and so that is that. Thank you very much for listening. Understand that is a lie that you have to be like everyone else in order to be friends with them. It's like, well, do you have the same opinion on politics, on life views? Do you have the same opinion on everything? No, so why do you have to have the same opinion on food? And sure, yeah, they're going to try to force you. Remember what happened with my godmother a few weeks ago? She tried to force me. But see, when you have boundaries, something that most people don't fucking have, then nothing can stop you. If you have boundaries, you have a superpower, okay? And, you know, hey, it's not my godmother's fault. She don't have no goddamn boundaries. I could tell because she overweight and she very sick, and so is her husband. And she, you know, there's a lot of issues that she has. She don't have boundaries with herself. So, of course, she's not going to respect my boundaries, but hey, nobody can force you to do or eat anything that you don't want to do or eat. Nobody. Take it from me, boo. And guess what? She still loves me exactly the same. She don't even remember it, and I'm still talking about it weeks later because I remember, because it was hard for me. It wasn't hard for her. You know, she wanted me to have fun. She thought that if I tried this, it was, what was it? Granola butter. She thought if I tried it, it would be so delicious and I would have such a good time on vacation. Meanwhile, she doesn't realize that if I tried it, I would spiral out of control and have it the next day and the next day and the next day probably. And I'd crave it because whatever you're eating, you're craving. So be careful, boo. If you have a former food addiction, okay, you cannot have one bite. Having 0 bites feels better and is safer and is easier than having 1 bite. 0 bites is easier than having 1 bite. Please understand this. Only food addicts will understand this. If you're a former food addict, you have to take precautions. You cannot be like everyone else, and you don't want to be like everyone else because most people are fat, sick, nearly dead. I love you guys. Bye.